hello. This is the beginning, my first time kind of using AI to ask questions. So basically, I went online to find an AI to help me make an OC. Now I went to iAsk. It's like a website online. Probably could use my phone. Wasn't thinking, but let me tell you something. I spent so long trying to find an AI chat thing or whatever because every time I found one, I'd have four uses before they're telling me to make an account, and I'm not gonna make an account. Okay, let me tell you, it's a one-time use. I'm not gonna make an account. It's no point. So, first thing I did was I asked the race. Now I said, it can be fantasy, but I think it misunderstood me and thought I just specifically wanted like fantasy races. So it gave me an elf, which I'm not complaining. Okay, like I'll deal with an elf. Like it's almost no different than a human. It's just the ears, which I didn't even use. Let me tell you that real quick. So after I asked the race, I asked for a build. It gave me like a Leith and Agile build, so a bit like on the skinnier side, which things change, okay? As for the hair type, it gave me like long, flowy, silver hair. I didn't even ask for the hair color, but it gave me silver hair already. Now, eventually, I go back and ask them for like other options because the further I was doing this, like asking questions, it was going a little too obvious as what it was trying to give me. Like the stereotypical, like I think it's silver hair. It ended up giving me blonde, which I think made it worse in terms of like it's just stereotypical, like the blonde hair, the green eyes, the green clothes, the long flowy hair, straight hair. Yeah, so something wasn't up. I was like, yeah, something's up. It was silver hair. I probably should have stuck to the silver hair because I feel like it's a lot more unusual seeing elves with silver hair. But I wasn't thinking because I thought it was like normal for elves to have silver hair rather than blonde hair. But then once I kind of started coloring, I realized, wait a minute, no, blonde hair is the one that makes it a bit more. It just makes more sense on an elf. I feel like you see that more than you see silver hair. But it was too late. I already started. Too late. So I went to the eye type. It was blue eyes. It gave me green eyes, but I was like, no, thank you. I'm sorry. I know I should have stuck with it, but I just feel like the AI was giving me like what it expects from an elf, like what it's normal for an elf to have, and they weren't really being creative. They were just being stuck because they're like coding or whatever. But I had to change it. Yeah, I couldn't do it with the green eyes. So blue eyes it was. It chose for me. Like, I didn't choose blue eyes. I asked other options and it gave me blue. So I was like, cool, cool. So next was like the clothing. The clothing, I was a bit skeptical. Green. It gave me green. I'm not a big fan of green. Let me tell you that real quick. But hey, blame AI. So I got like a green tunic with like a green cape, which I didn't implement it in the drawing, like in the final drawing, just because I really wanted to show off the arms, in which didn't really follow what AI told me to do, which things change, okay? Last minute decisions, and sometimes you get sidetracked a lot. I mean a lot. No, I had to start with the accessories because it was getting a bit boring. He was looking a bit bland in terms of just things that are going on with him. So accessories is I got a leather belt, and I was like, okay. Whoa! I can't even see the leather belt. Oh my god! Looking back, I really didn't follow all this stuff, but I got like an elven pendant shaped like leaf, which was silver. Silver was the color. It was the main color, not gold, silver. Let me tell you this real quick. I feel like I told you this already, but let me tell you again if I didn't. Or if I did. Anyways, a lot of the stuff that I got in terms of like accessories, clothing, maybe the hairstyle. I think I did the hairstyle pretty decent. I didn't do. Like I forgot. I don't know how I forgot, but I forgot. And looking at it now, it's like, oh shoot. I forgot to do the leaf pennant shape. Or maybe I did do it. I don't remember at this point. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Who knows? But I did do the flowers because they did ask for some flowers on the hair, and I was like, "Ooh, it's kind of pretty, you know." The more I used like this app, not yeah, it's not even an app, it's a website. The more I use this website for like asking AI questions, the more I was kind of like, okay, I'm getting a bit more comfortable in like how to ask questions and how to get what I want. I went into further by asking like the face shape and like the lips and how that should be. I got like a heart shaped face, which I had to look up exactly how that would look because I never understood how a heart shaped fate looks like. Face? Fate? No, face. It's what am I saying? What a heart shaped face looks like. For the lips, it gave me like full lips, like you know those type of lips. But did I even do that? I don't know. And I asked for jewelry. This was it. I did draw the ear in the sketch, but I didn't even add the earring. No, I did add the earring. It's just the hair covered the ear, and I just what was I thinking? I don't know. I knew something wasn't right. It's an elf. One of the most prominent features of an elf is their ears. That's how you know they're kind of like an elf. Well, that's how I know that they're an elf is their ears. But I didn't even do that. I didn't even do like the most important thing about them in it. You see the things you do when you get sidetracked or distracted, or you just do whatever you want. You don't follow the rules. So first thing I did was I drew the body. Skin color, I haven't asked for the skin color, which I just realized. Just gotta get used to asking questions. And then blop, here's the hair. Golden hair, by the way, it's long. And then the accessories, which was flowers. And then on the next list was those really pretty blue eyes that were supposed to be green, but we got blue instead, trying to run away from the elven stereotype. But this one was a bit weird. It was the heart shaped and the lips. I just gave it like the little vampire's peak just cause to represent the heart, and a sharp chin. Next was the flowy tunic in the deep forest green. I think this is what deep forest green looks like. As long with some nice brown trousers that are kinda loose fitted, not too loose though. And then we got the cloak, the green cloak. It took me a while to design the cloak. I was trying to figure out like exactly how I wanted it to be. Eventually, it didn't end up like in the drawing in the first place. And lastly, were the arm braces, which also you don't even see in the drawing, along with the shoes that I've never asked for. Oopsies, for I asked for the shoes, but I guess it doesn't matter now. And for the finishing touch was the silver leaf that I ended up putting on the cloak, which once again you don't really see it because some things just end up being forgotten. If I were to rate myself how well I did, I think I did pretty badly in terms of just having to actually do what I was supposed to do, like follow the instructions, because it originally what I wanted to do with this was, when you read a book, and in that book, when it describes a character, it has like this long list of like he was like 6 feet tall with like black hair and um wavy, shiny, I don't know, pretty bad this, but like striking green, blue, yellow eyes with long lashes and striking lips, whatever. So getting on with the drawing, like actually starting it, I did actually ask AI for the pose. They gave me like a was it 3/4 perspective pose, which let me tell you, it was not easy in trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it. It was tough. I spent maybe like 40, 30-ish minutes trying to really get that sketch down and figure out what I was trying to do exactly. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. I was struggling. This took the longest in terms of just trying to get that sketch out done. Like, it's tough when you don't have an idea. It's tough to put it out. I'm just saying. Let me tell you some art struggles that I struggled with drawing the face, or I guess coloring. Now, I was trying to color the face like how I usually do without the liner because I don't really do liner that often. No, it was very difficult coloring it for some reason. I don't know what was going on with me that day, or just I don't know. So I decided to actually start off with the line art with just the face though. Everything else, I'm not gonna do line art for hair. That should take too long. But it was a struggle because the nose and the eyes just weren't coming out the way I like them to come out, and so I had to do the line art. Line art was just something I don't do first. I usually do it last, but for the face, I had to do it first. Now, the hair is just gold. I mean, typical, am I right? Uh-huh, typical. Anyway, no, that's not the point. So, hair was actually fairly easy. Just doing it down, it didn't take me long. Around this time, I was on a side quest because I don't organize my brushes, so I'm always constantly going through like the brushes that I downloaded through Clip Studio Paint. Like, I don't understand Japanese. I don't read Japanese. I don't read Korean, whatever. So I can't really read the brushes because they're in like Japanese. I think they're mainly all in Japanese. Not all of them, but like some of them are in English too. But I'm having a hard time. So I was on a side quest just organizing my brushes into like the brushes I like to use the skin, the brushes I like to use for the hair, the brushes I like to use for like other stuff, and so on. So around this time, now he was supposed to be like like slim and agile, but I was also on another side quest, which was the arms, the muscles. I was having a really hard time. I was really struggling actually looking online. Muscles this, muscle that. And it's always best to get like a second or third opinion. So that's gonna couple of my friends. And we were going back and forth on how the muscle should look like. Like that doesn't look right. It don't look right. You're missing this, missing that. And eventually I left the arms as it is. Because I was like, wait a minute, he's supposed to be kind of like not too muscular. Because at this point I was getting a little too absorbed into like trying to get his arms right. So I spent a long time trying to get those muscles to look good. And I honestly think they look good now. But he's not supposed to have that much muscle at the end of the day. Now, nearing the end of this drawing, lighting was the last thing I had to do. I didn't have to do it, but lighting does make things look a lot more attractive to look at. Did I do well? I mean, I don't know. You tell me if I did well or not. And there was no silver leaf added, but if you look on the clothes right there around the neck and where the arm pops out, there's a little bit of leaf patterns. So they're not silver though, but I did put them in the tunic since I didn't add the silver leaf in the first place because it was supposed to be like a brooch on the cloak, but I really want to show off those arms. So no cloak was added in the making of this drawing. Fortunately, saved me tons. Well, it didn't save me tons of time actually. I spent so much more time, which I probably could have saved had I drawn the cloak, but I didn't. And let me say this before I end this all. That's supposed to be a male. I had someone come into my room and said, "Oh, she's so pretty." After I told her what the truth was, and she was like, "Oh," that was the end of this conversation. So that is a male. Just to let you know, just for those who are confused. And thank you.